Mpita walikuwa wana wote wanova waliokamila I know, for you, for you, Six.
A very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Peter Chebe Live YouTube streaming platform. Welcome to this, what looks like the last match in the round of last 16, and perhaps the biggest of them all. Good evening once again. In case audio is clear, kindly give me a thumbs up. It is Simon, the computer, Lubulwa, down by 1-0 against Ian Kazibwe. A round of last 16, a race to 7 for a place in the semi-finals. With this round is also going quite quick. We have about 5, maybe 5 players with the confirmation of places into the quarterfinals. It is Mark Mochivi who has just defeated Monica Mansour, match that I streamed last. He's going to be taking on Ibrahim Sejemba in the quarterfinals. Senyenjo Glorious in the quarterfinals as well to take on Rashida, with Rashida being head started with +2. And then Caesar Chandiga, who could set up a mouth-watering quarterfinal against Joseph Kasozi if Kasozi is to overcome Laban Ariho. That match is on right now. The quarterfinals are as well about to start, starting with the match between Rashida and Glorious. The other player in the quarterfinals is Yoda Sembosi. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 5 players into the quarterfinals to be joined by the winner of this match, to be joined as well by Caesar, who is the 6th, and the 7th will be either be Laban or Kasozi. In this one, it is Ian now leading by 2-0 against Simon in a race to 7. A live stream of this action is both on Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chebe Live YouTube with the same exact commentary, and as well I will as well be giving you updates in matches happening on other tables. 3 of them, they are in number. If I'm not mistaken, last time these guys may have faced off, could have been waiting. Was it the comp that was played in the city of Mbarara? Won by Ian, who has had the lion's share of victories against his teammate at club and international level in the computer. They move on quite well with each other. Like I've said, teammates with the team that is Roxbury, and as well teammates with Uganda's national team. Both of them were part of the outing to represent Uganda at the African Ultimate Pool Championships in South Africa, October last year. I do remember after 3-4 matches of play, while the Ugandan team did play more than 10 matches, Simon had a permanent place on the starting team at the expense of Ian and Ibra and Dog City. That was just then. The two were part of the Roxbury team that won the Ugandan National Pool League. It is now Ian leading with 2. It is Simon having to play catch up. A race to 7. Still some kind of a long way to go. We could be having Mark Mochibi versus Ibrahim Sejiamba next. The winner of this match shall be taking on Dembaba. That one will be too soon to come next after this. If Kasozi wins against Laban, if the match happens soon enough, we could have that one next as well. It will be no better quarterfinal to have than that one. Either Kasozi or Caesar will not be making it into the semi-finals. For Kasozi, he still has to negotiate past Laban in the match that is happening still in the round of last 16. It looks like Ian could be winning a 3rd out of 3. He came close to losing the first. Simon fading out on just one last ball, leaving it packed at the corner pocket. Ian making one snooker, then making a clearance of all of them, 7 balls on the block, and then winning the second frame quite convincingly. About to do the same exact thing in the 3rd. He has that left hand which knows how to perfect patterns of play. I want to think he will want to put red to the center pocket right, and then black to the corner pocket bottom of the screen. That will warrant the natural movement of the cue ball, especially given the cut between white and red and center pocket. Simply by managing of power, he could as well play the cue ball into one of Simon's yellows. Who cares? Who dares? That is accurate. He's winning a 3rd. He wants to make his 2026 as good as 2025 was, and now leads by 3 frames to 0. Montes Rashida is starting a match against Glorious. You give Rashida an outside chance of making the semi-finals, especially that she has defeated both Dog City and Ibra Kenya in deciders. Remember, she's hit started with +2. If she can do that, you get a feeling she as well has a chance against Glorious. The other match happening at the same time is between Laban and Joseph Kasozi. There is a scratch on the brake, and the match isn't playing out whatsoever in favor of the computer. He will clearly be the troubled player here.
Commander-in-Chief.
He will never forget 2025 in a very good way, Ian. Most of his results were coming off quite positive. 9 competitions won during there. A few others where he reached the prizes He as well won in the team event, the Uganda National Pool League with Roxbury Pool Club. He won the Q Masters International team event in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, crowning his moment, being crowned most valuable player in that event. He as well played, I think, 6 money matches during his tour of Zimbabwe, some in Harare, some in Mashingo, winning 4 and losing 2. Actually, he played 5, lost 1, won 4. Participated at the Billiards Cafe Double F Classic, underperforming bigly in that one, as big as he underperformed at the African Ultimate Pool Championships. Returned home to participate in the Nationals of Uganda. He was defeated in the quarterfinals by eventual second runner-up Joseph. I saw he was actually defeated by Caesar, the eventual champion, in the quarterfinals. I hope my memory is serving me right in that one. But he won the second highest number of competitions in there after Caesar. And some renowned management teams after his signature and the way he's playing in this current frame and match, you can see exactly why. Even when he's in trouble, he finds a way, even off the cushion. He finds a way not just find some of his yellows, but also put them now. Looks set to win frame number 4 out of 4. Wanting to put yellow to the corner pocket on the right. Could as well go for the one to the top end of the screen, which looks, in my opinion, a little bit safer. That's why he's still contemplating which of the 2 yellows he's playing first. Goes for the one to the corner pocket top. Key ball has to bounce off the right cushion and back into space, playing it with power and precision and perfection. You get a feeling he wants to put the last yellow maybe to the side pocket left, maybe both yellows to the same corner pocket, which is what he's doing. Perfect. The rest is a formality. Ian 4, Simon 0, race to 7. Rashida 1, Glorious 0, factor in +2, makes it Rashida 3, and Glorious 0. Cybermonk asking if Ibra Sejemba lost. The answer is no. He defeated the player that was Ronnie Chewine, not certain of the scores, but it will be him against Mark Muchibi in the quarterfinals. Good game that one will be. when I have chance, I could stream that one live. Victor, you saw Caesar, you're asking for his. He won against the player that is called Detective. I didn't have that one live. It looked all obvious. Jose and Jogana asking where Caesar is. You will be watching him in the next live stream. And yes. You're asking what microphone Cybermonk I'm using. You say today you have me on your home theater and you say it's like a Subaru. I don't know whether that one's supposed to be good sound or not, but you can advise me whether it is good or not. Cybermonk, stop disturbing my Man United fans. Things are not going easy. It happens to all top teams. They will be back. They are big. They have the money. And Cybermonk, you say you want to see the match on computer. You are better off with the YouTube stream if you want to watch from a computer, because Facebook automatically cuts the video resolution. For YouTube, you can always adjust according to your preference. Now, the preference for Ian in this match is to take a 5-frame lead, make it unlikely for the computer to win 7 out of the will be remaining 8. If Ian can finish off this frame, wanting to put yellow to the corner pocket bottom of the screen, perhaps naturally as he draws the cue ball backward, it moves leftwards because there is a right cut on the yellow. Oops, he goes for the corresponding corner pocket and makes it look even better. Makes it look way easier than it actually is. He's playing pool from the top of the draw. 5 frames to nil. Who does lead against the computer with a lead that big? Ian does. Rest to 7. He needs to win 2. Simon needs to win 7 out of the remaining 8. Pandabe, mega. Scores. In Brighton. For Brighton. Kenneth Mogasha, thank you for watching. Yes, I'm talking about Nile, but there are also international competitions in which Ian participated and it was good. Ian did well in his money match tour of Zimbabwe. But for the comps themselves, the comp where he performed relatively well was him reaching the last 8 of the PPT, the Patriarchs Pool Champ Tournament, sponsored by Prophet Makandewa in Harare on the 23rd from 22nd of December. In fact, on the international scale, that is one of his best ever outings. He also participated last year at Q Masters in Dar es Salaam. I don't remember him anywhere near the round of last 16 at the Ultimate Pool Championships. He was eliminated in the earlier rounds, I remember, in both of his lives by a little-known Namibian player, Erastus, as well as Zimbabwe's Malvan. So on the international scene, he's not yet there. All he has is the most valuable player of the competition award at the Q Masters team event in Dar es Salaam. And Charity Andrew reminding me that it's Dog City who eliminated Ian at the Nile Special National Championship on North Caesar. Thank you very much. I now remember that game. I was actually streaming while watching it. As much as I am watching computer attempting to win a first for himself in the match, 2 reds left on the table. We'll want to put both of them to the same corner pocket, leaving a cut between white and red, which manipulates the cue ball naturally towards the direction where there is the black, either directly into the black or just behind the black to roll it right against the cushion, which is what he does. Pinpoint accuracy. He's good at rail drives. These ones, he normally gets them right, including this. He pulls one back. Simon 1 and Ian 5 and the race to 7. By 5 frames to 1. Ian Kazibwe in yellow leads against Simon Lubulwa. Was his name written bigly at the back of his t-shirt in a match where Ian has been outplaying his opponent, to say the very least. Not that computer has been playing so badly, maybe it's one frame that he lost a little clumsily. In other frames, he has hardly been given chance to play. By 3 frames to nil, Rashida leads against Glorious. Factor in +2. That makes it current score 5 frames to 0. The 3 players she has been netting, that is Rashida, and I'm assuming she will beat Glorious perhaps, are all the Uganda national team players. That speaks of the level of play of the lady. We are now going to be having to use just 2 tables, not 3, as the third will be rested. After this, my expectation shall be Caesar versus Kasozi. Biggest game of them all by the quarterfinals. I'm already salivating, just wanting to watch that action. I've been using Suspect Network most especially for the Facebook stream. The YouTube stream I think is okay. So dear Facebookers, you may advise me how good you are finding the quality of most especially your video. It's 5 frames to 2. I'm waiting to see what the Facebookers are advising in terms of video quality on your end, guys. Those that are watching on Facebook, seemingly for the YouTube stream, it is neat and flawless. You may as well advise me in the comment section if you really believe, just as a matter of prediction, that Simon has a realistic chance of trying to take Ian down. Of course, score now being 5 frames to 2, a little bit more respectable because the deficit is cut from 5 to 3. Ian still a big favorite. There have been 2 attempts of very big comeback, actually. The one between Lawrence and Ibra Kayanja. Ibra led by 5 frames to 1, but the match ended 7 frames to 5. The match between Mark Muchibi and Mansour, that one ended in a decider. Emmanuel, you want an aspect on the match between Rashida still? She leads by 5 frames to 0, factoring in +2. And yes, Henry Katongli asking which level this one is. It is the last match in the quarterfinals. The first quarterfinals between Rashida taking on Glorious, in which Rashida is enjoying a 5-frame lead from. Actually, you can watch that match peripherally, I think. especially those that are watching on the YouTube stream. In fact, I may need to flip the YouTube camera a little more such that you can watch as big the screen of that match as you can. YouTubers, there you are. Something similar may have to be done for the Facebook stream. I think you can as well watch as much of that screen as possible on Facebook, then I'll be updating you in terms of scores. This is an attempt by the competitor to win a third out of 3. Sometimes you just get a feeling, no shade of a doubt in his ability to fight, just that the lead of his opponent is a little too big. There's a time he attempted to make what will be one of the most renowned comebacks I would ever have watched. A race to 11 it was, in a Super 8-man comp, the first Super 8-man comp that was ever played in Uganda in the semi-finals. He took on Hazard led by 9 frames to 0. Then Computer won 8 in a row. Hazard won a 10th, Computer won a 9th, and Hazard won a 11th, from 9-0 to 11-9. But it has been 5-0, on the verge of it becoming now 5-3. Still never say never. He's gotten his pattern finally right. We want to avoid contact between white and yellow. That's all he needed. And I think we want to put red to the corner pocket bottom of the screen, maybe black to the corresponding corner pocket, maybe to the center pocket right of the cushion and another cushion, but it lacked power and purpose. That is advantage, Ian, and Simon can cut the black real big, in which case there is risk of moving the cue ball towards the corner pocket at the top right. That's where the cue ball naturally moves. Black is in. How about the cue ball? Played into safety. Finally, Simon wins the frame. It is Ian 5 and Simon 3. Glorious Senyanja 1, Rashida Motesi 5. And more importantly, after losing 5 frames in a row, Simon has come back with 4 straight of his own, making it now realistic that he could shock Ian out of the competition by the round of last 16. There is a foul on the break. That's exactly what you don't want, most especially when you are the one fighting back. You want to maintain the rhythm, you want to maintain the momentum, you want to maintain the winning spree. You don't want to give chances out as big as this. This one is a break as well as a free shot, with Ian getting to make a ball. It becomes the same exact effect as though he didn't have the benefit of the two shots, perhaps the free shot.
Laban, sawa kogerako naawe naye ntambudde nnyo bambi jangu.
Somehow, after winning 5 frames in a row, Ian seems to be starting to lose it. If he doesn't win this match, it will be quite painful. Of course, comebacks are normal, most especially when it is the more senior player taking on the more junior player. Someone is way more experienced, way more senior than Ian. Ian has all the qualities it takes to take down computer. Ian is one of those players you will call a late developer, starting to play pool competitively only late 2021 with a team that was called Captainite Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League, representing so well, playing with them with only 1 year. Actually 2022, early in the year, it was during that season he set up a record in the Ugandan Pool League, which was then 20 years old, becoming the first player to break and finish 3 frames in one league match. That record he nowadays shares it with Joseph Kasozi, who equated it in the league that was played last year. But it's the performance that warranted him a call up to the national team that was headed for the 2023 African Pool Championships in Johannesburg, which he passed with flying colors. And he was part of the Ugandan team for the first time ever that year. And in that year, 2023, Simon had been a member of the Ugandan national team for the previous 6 years, and he still is up to today. Among these boys who are a little bit more dominant, it is Simon Kasozi Habib, of the more dominant players that have been around a little longer than other colleagues. All of them top players now for 10 years plus, and young men still they are. Computer still in his 20s, and even younger, by the way. Computer must be 27. And -3. Forget the body size and the big hair. He's a way younger man than he actually is. You have to get close to him then you listen to his discussion and his preferences. Then you get to believe exactly so. As much as you are believing that it is possible for Simon to now take him down, but by first equalizing. These things happen when someone is playing well. Good pattern play affects the opponent. Now there is a big tempting shot by the computer, wanting to play big backspin, maybe draw the cue ball backwards into the block. There it goes, the shot. There it goes. Almost. Was not almost enough. It just lacked somewhat a little bit of direction. It was 99% accurate. The 1% lacked direction in the movement of the cue ball. Now there is even a risk of losing the frame by putting black cue ball coming off the yellow. He's actually gotten himself snookered and is now the more troubled player in the frame. Comparison to his opponent will want to find black of 3 cushions. This is always going to be a foul. Advantage, Ian. Glorious 2, Rashida 5. Actual score Rashida 3, Glorious 2. She has the 3 frame lead, factoring in her plus 2. It is Ian now standing in firm control of this ongoing frame. You get the feeling computer has very small chance, if any, of winning a frame this hard. One fine snooker by Ian. Any foul will more likely than not be losing the frame for Simon. Off the cushion with the big left spin into the black, at least, or no. Beautiful but unlucky, even after playing so well to manipulate the cue ball to find the black. Simon fouls. Should be frame getting done and dusted in favor of Ian. Do the cue ball against the cushion with left spin, quite perfect for yellow to the side pocket right, and then the one to the corner pocket top right, then the one diagonally opposite to be played last. Black, the easiest of the balls to put on the table. No way back, at least into this frame, for the computer. He will not be regretting anything in this frame. He will be regretting the first 5 that he lost in a row. The major reason as to why he's about to go down by 6 frames to 4. It is now Ian 6 and Simon 4. There's the camera, there's the camera.
You want all?
If Ian can finish off these yellows, that will be it for Simon. Easier said than done. A very tricky looking frame it is. Glorious Senyanja 2, Motesi Rashida 6. Maybe the lady is on the verge of making the semi-finals amongst 32 other men. Whom will she face in the semi-finals? The winner between Mark Mochivi and Ibrahim Sejemba. If she wins one before Glorious wins 5 in a row, she leads in terms of actual count. She also leads in terms of official scores. The match, which is this, has been a gift that has been given throughout. By the first 20 minutes, you saw no way Simon was even daring to try and win this match, especially after going 5 frames to 1 down, with Ian seemingly playing almost against himself. Since then, Simon has been a much better player in thought, in execution of pattern, and in terms of course, number of frames being won. He has won 4 out of the next 5. He's just 1 frame down. He could be winning one another. He has been very unfortunate here. Cue ball being played a little into the yellow touching black, meaning the passage of black to the corner pocket top right will be hampered. Maybe Simon may want to play the cue ball into the black or yellow touching the black, maybe in between the two. It's a realistic option. It's what he's going for. He plays instead the cue ball behind the black with vision to put black to the same corner pocket he has just potted the previous red. But cue ball is touching against, it's frozen against the cushion. The bridge is affected, but he'll try the aim, corner pocket, bottom left. There he goes. It looks off, slightly off.
Mabe, are you going to till? Are you going to till after him? No. You are fake.
Maybe William is going with me and Extendenian. Okay, how
How good will Ian's cue ball be? Maybe he wants to play it into the two yellows touching each other. If he does, and with power, oh, he goes for precision. Maybe he wants to play snooker. Just snooker. Deciding to play patient. 6-3 now. Glorious leading against Rashida. With Glorious attempting to win several frames in a row. Simon is now being positioned in terms of the ball in a spot exactly similar to what he had in the previous frame. It is very risky trying to come off the angle where it is possible, but 99% of the time, if he were to find the black, he will come off yellow, in which case if he posts the black, he will be using the frame, but he's playing exactly so. Of course, plays yellow foot, but with too little power, with Ian having cue ball in hand. For a chase of free shot, he plays the yellow, just a little onto the cushion. Now he has too much choice. Maybe the yellow that is closest to the bottom of the screen to be played towards the corner pocket, bottom keyboard bouncing off the cushion, then moves the whole length of the tabletop topwards, such that he can cut as well the yellow that is at the corner pocket top right to the same corner pocket. If he gets that pattern right, he will be having a foot into the quarterfinals for the first time in the first comp he's participating in this year. The prize for victory, a place in the quarterfinals, I think, against Dembaba. He leaves a cut between white and yellow, such that when he plays backspin, the cue ball naturally moves towards the top end. I just get a feeling it was safer playing it in his previous shot. No, sorry, playing the yellow ball he's about to play. If he had played it first, still can recover, because at least the cut between white and yellow is natural as long as he plays backspin, but this time needing a little more power. The rest is a formality. After winning 9 comps last year, he is starting this year pretty much the same, exactly with 2 opponents down into the quarterfinals is Kazibwe with a final score of 7 frames to 4. Thank you for watching. Joseph Kasozi versus Cesar Chandiga coming live next.